Pietro Belluschi was an Italian-born American architect, a leader of the modern movement in architecture, and was responsible for the design of over 1,000 buildings. Born in Italy, Belluschi's architectural career began as a draftsman in a Portland, Oregon firm. John Edward Lautner was an influential American architect whose work in Southern California combined progressive engineering with humane design and dramatic space-age flair. Robert Charles Venturi, Jr. is an American architect, founding principal of the firm Venturi, Scott Brown and Associates, and one of the major architectural figures in the 20th century. Together with his wife and partner, Denise Scott Brown, he helped to shape the way that architects, planners and students experience and think about architecture and the American built environment. Charles Edouard General Gris, who was better known as Le Corbusier, was a Swiss French architect, designer, painter, urban planner, writer, and one of the pioneers of what is now called modern architecture. Dame Zaha Mohammed Hadid, DBE, is an Iraqi-British architect. She received the Pritzker Architecture Prize in 2004, saw the first woman to do so own the Sterling Prize in 2010 and 2011. Her buildings are distinctively neo-futuristic, characterized by the powerful, curving forms of her elongated structures with multiple perspective points and fragmented geometry to evoke the chaos of modern life. Frank Lloyd Wright was an American architect, interior designer, writer, and educator, who designed more than 1,000 structures, 532 of which were completed. Wright believed in designing structures that were in harmony with humanity and its environment, a philosophy he called organic architecture. Ricardo Bofill is a Spanish architect, who, since 1963, continues to lead the international architectural and urban design practice Ricardo Bofill Taller de Arquitectura. Ricardo Bofill was born into a family of builders in 1939 in Barcelona, Spain. Eero Saarinen was a Finnish-American architect and industrial designer of the 20th century, famous for shaping his neo-futuristic style according to the demands of the project: simple, sweeping, arching structural curves or machine-like rationalism. Oscar Ribeiro de Almeida Niemeyer Soares Filho, known as Oscar Niemeyer, was a Brazilian architect who is considered to be one of the key figures in the development of modern architecture. Niemeyer was best known for his design of civic buildings for Lia, a planned city that became Brazil's capital in 1960, as well as his collaboration with other architects on the United Nations headquarters in New York City. Raymond Mathewson Hood was an American architect who worked in the Art Deco style. Frank Owen Gehry, CC, is a Canadian architect born in Canada, currently a United States resident based in Los Angeles. A number of his buildings, including his private residence, have become world-renowned tourist attractions. Peter Eisenman is an American architect. Michael Graves was an American architect. Identified as one of the New York Five, as well as Memphis Group, Graves was known first for his contemporary building designs and some prominent public commissions that became iconic examples of postmodern architecture, such as the Portland Building and the Denver Public Library. Richard Joseph Neudral was an American architect. Living and building for the majority of his career in Southern California, he came to be considered among the most important modernist architects. Antoni God! Iconat was a Spanish Catalan architect from Reus and the best-known practitioner of Catalan modernism. God's works reflect an individualized and distinctive style. Most are located in Barcelona, including his magnum opus, the Sagrada Fam! Lia.